Have you ever looked up at the night sky, at the countless stars scattered across the vast dark canvas, and felt a strange sense of longing? A feeling that perhaps our true home is out there, somewhere among those twinkling points of light? It is a question that has tickled the human imagination for centuries. Are we truly creatures of this earth, born from its soil and water? Or could we be cosmic wanderers, refugees who found a safe harbor on this small blue planet long ago? This idea is not just for stories. It touches upon our deepest sense of identity and belonging in the universe. It asks us to consider our place not just on this world, but in the grand cosmic ocean. The debate between these two ideas is fascinating. On one side, we have the powerful story told by science, a story of evolution and adaptation that firmly roots us here. It is a tale written in the language of DNA, in the layers of rock, and in the fossilized bones of our ancestors. It speaks of a long, slow journey from the simplest forms of life to the complex beings we are today. This narrative connects us to every other living thing on Earth, making us part of a grand, interconnected family tree. It is a story of survival, of change, and of becoming intrinsically part of this planet's biosphere over millions and millions of years. On the other hand, there is a persistent feeling, a kind of cultural myth that we don't quite fit in. Look at our struggles. We get sunburned by the very star that gives us life. We suffer from back pain, as if our skeletons are not perfectly suited for this planet's gravity. We seem uniquely prone to allergies and chronic illnesses. These quirks of human existence have led some to wonder if our bodies were designed for a different world, with a different sun and a different environment. This is the stuff of ancient legends and modern science fiction, a compelling narrative that paints us as outsiders looking in, still adjusting to a foreign world after all this time. So we stand at a crossroads of ideas. Are we the ultimate natives of Earth, the product of billions of years of local evolution? Or are we cosmic nomads carrying the memory of another home in our very cells? The journey to answer this question takes us deep into the heart of science, into the realm of imagination, and ultimately, into a deeper understanding of ourselves. It forces us to examine the evidence, to listen to the stories we tell, and to decide what it truly means to be human. Exploring both possibilities allows us to appreciate the magnificent story of our origins, wherever they may lie, and our profound connection to the cosmos. Science offers a clear and detailed story of our origins, one that is grounded in observable evidence. This story begins not in the stars, but in the ancient oceans of a young Earth. The trail of evidence is written in our own DNA, the biological instruction manual found in every one of our cells. When we compare our genetic code to that of other life forms on this planet, from chimpanzees to bananas, we find an undeniable connection. We share about 98% of our DNA with chimpanzees, our closest living relatives. This genetic similarity is powerful proof of a shared ancestor, a common starting point right here on Earth, from which different species branched out over immense spans of time. The fossil record tells the same story, written in stone instead of genes. Paleontologists have unearthed the remains of our ancient relatives, providing a physical timeline of human evolution. We can trace our lineage back through species like Homo erectus and Australopithecus. We have found their bones in the Great Rift Valley of Africa, showing a clear progression of adaptations over millions of years. We see skeletons that gradually learned to walk upright, brains that grew larger, and hands that became more skilled at making tools. These fossils are not just old bones. They are snapshots of our deep past, confirming that our ancestors walked this very earth and slowly, generation by generation, became who we are today. Furthermore, every aspect of our biology is perfectly tuned to the specific conditions of our planet. Our lungs are designed to breathe the unique mixture of oxygen and nitrogen in Earth's atmosphere. Our bodies are adapted to this planet's 24-hour day-night cycle, which governs our sleep patterns and metabolism. Even the water that makes up most of our bodies has the same chemical signature as the water found in Earth's oceans and rivers. We are, in every measurable way, creatures of this world. We are not just living on the Earth, we are made of the Earth. The atoms in our bodies were forged in the hearts of ancient stars, but they were assembled here. This scientific narrative is a majestic one. It connects us to a 4-billion-year-old chain of life. It reveals that we are not separate from nature, but an integral part of it. We are a recent and very clever branch on an enormous tree of life that is deeply and firmly rooted in this planet's history. The evidence from genetics, fossils, and biology all points to the same conclusion. We are Earthlings. Our story is not one of arrival from a distant star system, but of a long, slow, and incredible awakening on our home world. It is a story of belonging, forged over eons of planetary history. Despite the powerful evidence for our earthly origins, humanity has always been captivated by stories of coming from somewhere else. These are not scientific theories, but they are an important part of our culture and our search for meaning. Many ancient myths and creation stories from around the world describe gods or celestial beings descending from the heavens to create humanity or to give them knowledge. These tales, from the Anunnaki of ancient Mesopotamia to the sky beings of Native American lore, can be seen as early attempts to explain our existence. They reflect a deep-seated intuition that our consciousness, our spark of intelligence, might have a source beyond the mud and rock of this world. This fascination with an otherworldly origin has found new life in the modern era through the genre of science fiction and the theory of panspermia. Panspermia is the idea that life itself, in the form of hardy microbes, can travel between planets, perhaps on meteorites or comets. While this hypothesis doesn't suggest that complex beings like humans arrived from space, it does open the door to the possibility that the very first spark of life on Earth had an extraterrestrial origin. Science fiction takes this idea much further, imagining epic stories where humans are colonists, exiles, or the forgotten descendants of a great galactic civilization. These stories resonate with us because they tap into our sense of adventure and wonder. So why do these ideas persist? Why do some people feel like they don't belong here? This feeling of being an alien on our own planet can stem from a sense of disconnection. We build artificial environments of concrete and steel, separating ourselves from the natural world. We feel anxieties and existential dread that seem out of place in a world of simple survival. This psychological alienation can make the idea of being a visitor seem plausible. It offers a kind of explanation for our flaws and our feelings of unease. Perhaps our back problems, our anxieties, and our destructive behaviors are not our fault, but simply the result of being a species not yet fully adapted to its environment. These narratives of an alien past serve a powerful emotional purpose. They make us feel special. The idea that we are descendants of a more advanced, spacefaring race can be more comforting than the slow, messy process of evolution from simpler creatures. It provides a sense of a grander destiny and a cosmic heritage. While these stories lack the verifiable evidence of the scientific account, they speak to our imagination and our emotional need for a more romantic and extraordinary origin story. They are a testament to the human mind's ability to look at the same world and dream up entirely different possibilities for who we are and where we came from. When we place the scientific evidence alongside the cultural myths, we see two very different ways of understanding our place in the cosmos. The scientific perspective is built on a mountain of verifiable data, from our DNA to the fossil record, that firmly establishes us as a product of Earth. It tells a story of connection, showing that we are related to every other living thing on this planet. The alternative ideas, while compelling and imaginative, are not supported by such evidence. They are born from a feeling of alienation, a sense of wonder, and a very human need to feel unique in the universe. They are powerful stories, but they remain in the realm of belief and speculation. The conclusion from the scientific community is clear and unwavering. We are not cosmic nomads. We are Earthlings, through and through. Our bodies, our minds, and our very existence are inextricably linked to the history and biology of this planet. The feeling of not belonging doesn't come from being from another planet. It comes from our unique level of consciousness. We are the part of the universe that has woken up and can now contemplate its own existence. This self-awareness can be isolating, making us feel separate from the rest of nature. It's not that we don't belong here, but that we are just beginning to understand what our role is. Recognizing our earthly origins is not a limitation, it is an empowerment. It gives us a profound sense of place and a deep connection to our home. Understanding that we evolved here, alongside millions of other species, reveals our true relationship with the planet. We are not its masters, and we are not just temporary visitors. We are its children, and more recently, its caretakers. This realization comes with an immense responsibility. The health of the planet is our health. The future of its ecosystems is our future. The problems we face, climate change, pollution, loss of biodiversity, are not someone else's problems. They are our family's problems. Ultimately, whether our most distant ancestors were earthly microbes or stardust on a meteorite, our identity has been forged here. We are the product of this world's sun, its water, its air, and its gravity. Our story is the Earth's story. Looking up at the stars should not make us feel like we are exiles looking for a way home. It should remind us of how precious and rare our own world is. We are the universe made conscious, with a duty to understand, protect, and cherish the beautiful blue home that gave us life. We are cosmic citizens, yes, but our address, our heritage, and our responsibility are and always have been right here on Earth.